who knows? Perhaps Wednesday could be the day that things turn around for MULN Automotive. Hi again, everyone. I hope you're doing really well. So while we're about to enter Wednesday's trade, and Wednesday is traditionally known as the hump day because you go up and it's all down from there, we're obviously working with an inverse hump at the moment because everything's been going down. So maybe we might start to come up somewhat time later today. However, if you're following the pre-market, it's not looking very good. We're down about 7.5% in the pre-market, falling on from yesterday's 23% sell-off. Obviously, we all know what happened there, although the shares that were issued for executive compensation got filed through the SEC, and it kind of blew the stock apart by adding like a higher level of dilution. It was obviously they were coming in, they've been voted on in the past, but the timing of it was obviously a very poor decision, I think, from the board. It makes you think, is it their ultimate goal to try and drive the stock down as low as possible? Who really knows? Like, it doesn't seem like David Mitri is being compensated based on stock performance, which is usually a metric that a lot of publicly listed companies do use, but he doesn't seem to be held to that same level, I guess. Anyway, look, I saw an interesting comment in my last video. I was very negative about what's going on with MULN Automotive. I still am very negative, but there was a point raised that, the one good thing the company has going for it is it's not about to go bankrupt. It still, has a lot of cash, and arguably the use of $25 million to buy back stock is a poor use of cash from not properly generating any revenue yet. But, they've got enough money for a financial runway for, some time to come. So even though the stock's getting hammered, and it's been hammered, basically since it went public, it's, the company's still going to be operating. So yes, there is the point that, even if you're still holding your stocks now, that they're, you're still holding assets there. And, on paper, the dollar value of the assets is, I don't know about after all this dilution though, but it was higher than, the actual trading value of the stock. So there is a benefit there. Now, moving on from that stuff there, we're heading into Wednesday's trade. What is something that is interesting is since Monday, on Fintel, they haven't really been updating the percentage of the float borrowed as rate. It's usually a daily update, but they haven't actually been doing it. But what has been interesting is that the borrow fee for MULN Automotive has actually ticked up quite significantly since Monday. So on Monday, MULN Automotive only had a shorts borrow fee of 12%, and it's actually up over 40% right now. So there is actually a little bit of pressure on shorts to start returning. It's very highly shorted. Well, it's not actually, hasn't been that highly shorted recently, but I think the number of shorts piling to the stock has actually picked up quite a bit, particularly yesterday. And I think that's actually weighing on the stock value a bit there. So we might see a bit of buying action in the sense of shorts trying to return positions right now. Like, there might be some sense that we could be near a bottom of sorts, but, like the stock has consistently lost 99% of its value every time it's done a reverse stock split, it seems, and looks like we're headed that way again. Also, there's always the chance that MULN might pull out some of their PR to help drive the stock up again. So whether these shorts are the catalyst for re-sparking, a bit of a rebound in the stock is anyone's guess. But any time we've seen a bit of a rebound in recent times, it's kind of been very short-lived. Anyway, my position in this company isn't a very big one. I managed to get it back to being down by only about 11% just last week, but I'm back to being about 70% down. So it's, pretty tough position to hold. But, I never really invested much in the stock to start with. However, I did put a big risky trade on it last week, which allowed me to dollar cost average my position quite nicely. So I have risked in the past on this stock, but my overall exposure to it's not actually that high at the moment. But yeah, it'll be interesting just to see where it goes. I've never had like an investment go to zero before, but hey, perhaps this is the one. We'll have to see. Anyway, fingers crossed we can have a bit of a turnaround today for MULN Automotive. But, based on the pre-market, it's not looking great. Anyway, until next time, everyone, share your thoughts in the comments below, and may the markets trade in your favor. Cheers.